Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to a live show properly set up again. Finally, since about March last year, sometime. Is it March, Mario? Any idea? Nah, he hasn't got a clue. He didn't even know there's 81 or 82 of them because he hadn't been added to the playlist. But welcome back. If you're on live chat, can you let me know? Because that way I can work out if you are or not. I've got Google up and YouTube on. I've written greetings. Hello, are we on? But I can't see any responses. So if you're there, you might have to bear with us. I've got Facebook up. So those watching on Facebook, welcome to those viewing on Facebook and welcome to those on YouTube. Now, we did a quick shout out early this morning saying we're thinking of doing a live show again, putting it up and getting it ready. So yeah, here we are. And this week we are talking on some specific topics. One of those being, let me scroll down now to my own post. Let's go through it. Loading links to viewers' videos. So viewers' videos, we've got photos of you riding in wet, snowy conditions and photos of your customized wheels, which you've got to email into info@samson.media. So get on it. Too late for this week's episode, so anything you email in now isn't going to get there because it's already been set up. It takes quite a long time to set it up. Well, in fact, I've been doing it all day pretty much. Hey, Mary, have you done anything else apart from the live stuff?
Put some air.
He put some air in this.
Yeah.
So that's something, isn't it? So otherwise, it's all been... It's what? You went to the shop? That'll all be on Speedy Feet Weekly. So if you haven't tuned in, Speedy Feet Weekly. If you're not getting those updates, you need to subscribe. Do it now if you're on YouTube. Go to subscribe. And then where the little bell notification is, if you hit that, it comes up and gives you 3 options. You want to hit all notifications. That way, you'll actually get notified. There's so many people saying they didn't have a clue when we had a new video up and when we didn't. And they just realised and they're catching up now a week or 2 later. But we've got a new format, Speedy Feet Weekly, which again takes quite a bit of time, but we're trying to run that format and see how that goes over time, see if anyone's actually interested in watching it, and see how that goes. And then we're going to try and do the weekly live show again on Wednesday, is the idea. Now, I'm not seeing the YouTube comments, so I'm going to go into YouTube Studio and try and find them somehow. Just bear with me in a second. We set it all up earlier, but it's like it's not remembered that that's what we're doing. Shall I do schedule a stream for later time? Shall I click that button, Mario, in the button that always forces you to press? Let me just press go and then see if that works. Stream, and then we should have live chat, hopefully. No, I've got nothing, so no one is commenting at all. Mario has been given instructions to check his phone. I'm assuming that there's loads of people commenting on YouTube. If you're on YouTube, can you please write in, or Facebook, write which wheel you've got, how many miles you've done on it, and if you've got multiple wheels, how many miles you've done in total.
Yeah,
But there's loads of chat, yeah. I can't see any of that. I'm logged into the actual live stream we're watching now. So unfortunately, this is going to be a bit of an interesting one, isn't it? If I can't see any of the chats. It says, welcome to live chat. Got me saying, hello, are we on? That's it. So you can see the chats then?
Yeah. You need to go to the YouTube page and then open the video.
Okay, so go to our own YouTube channel. I won't be able to pop out chats in there, will I? Like we planned. Because if I do that, it's going to be on the screen, isn't it? Just our channel's going to be on the screen. Oh well, YouTube is terrible. Speedy Feet. Let's have a little look. It is awful, YouTube. So we're live now. That's coming up. I've got no way. I don't think I've got any way of popping out the live chat window. So I can see your comments now. I don't know. Can I have a pop out? Oh, I can. I can have a pop out chat on that. Good. Let's just see if this works. We're in. Rob says hi in. Hi Rob, how you doing? Can see and hear you fine on YouTube. Good stuff. Robert's in. Dan's in. David's in. Rich and Jax. Hello. Do you know when I'm selling a cheap Monster? Monster Pro. Got a cheap Monster Pro on for sale. Second hand. Special deal for you. That's the Monster Pro from the video we just did. If you wanted that, it is for sale. It's the only one we're ever going to have in of that iteration. Mr. King is in the house. Hi there, all. Good feed. Forestine rocks. Heidi, hi. GoPro Nation is a bit like that. Yeah, we've got a load of stuff out. So we're actually going to be talking about camera equipment as well a bit today and what we use when we're out filming, which you will see on Speedy Feet Weekly. Again, go and subscribe and make sure you've hit the bell notification for all notifications on that. And if you haven't watched Speedy Feet Weekly because you didn't know it was up, go to the channel, have a look at the videos. We've got two. We've got the beta, which is episode 1, and then we've got episode 2 that hit Monday. So they're released every Monday. Hi, David. Hi, Olav. Still early days, says David on his V8. Got you on in the background, Jonathan Worley says. Hi, Jonathan. V8 and Gotway Nicola Plus 21700, approx 3,000 miles for both. Ross Cullen, KS16X and 9.1E Plus, embarrassingly low mileage, so hasn't mentioned it. MSX 700 miles, said Knight Rider. Gotway Monster 300 miles and M103 5 miles. Now that is low mileage, 5 miles. I'm assuming you just got that. EVX, welcome to the live stream. I've got a Veteran Sherman, 2,000 miles on it so far, but over 20,000 miles under my belt in my entire ride career, inverted commas. Yeah, so it'd be interesting to think how many wheels do you think you've covered there with that 20,000 miles? The issue for me, of course, is that we take a wheel out of the box and do 1,000 kilometers on it. And sadly, because actually I pretty much liked all the wheels, bar a couple, you just have to sell them then to give them away because we can't keep stacking and racking these massively expensive wheels back to back because it's quite an expensive hobby at best of times. So they come and go for me. So I don't really clock up much more than the 1,000 kilometers, maybe 1,200 kilometers on each one. And then the monsters we did the 1,000 miles on, 1,080 miles. I've still got that because that's a trophy. So this is my beast. Still works, still powers up. In fact, if I don't have an accident now, there we are. Look. That still powers up. Now that's been switched off literally for years. So I think I might have taken it out once when we had a Winter Madness because I had nothing else to ride, and Jonathan's is still over there. Every now and again I pop in here, I stroke it like that, and then I say, oh, I just charge it up. Jonathan's one, I just took the batteries out of it and sold them. God, it's brilliant. Got loads of money for him. He doesn't know that. Oh shoot, he's watching, isn't he? So he's listening. No, there's batteries in it still. Yeah, definitely. That wheel's got batteries in it. Pretty sure it has, anyway. Moving on swiftly. MSX 700 miles, Gotway 300 miles, M103, got that already. We've got Delmeek, who M Super X 980 miles, MCM 5 1430. Are we actually Gotway heavy here with people submitting which wheels they ride? Loving that EVX behind you. Yeah. Do you know what? This is basically the first time I've actually seen it. We've had this in middle of December-ish. We've just been so busy and up and down doing loads of different things. It was sat in a box, and as of today, Mario pumped up the suspension, didn't you, Mario? That will be on Speedy Feet Weekly. I think he's done a little bit behind the scenes for you there on what he was doing, me laughing at him and all that sort of stuff. Jason B, hi all. Have we got anyone on Facebook that's commented? I'm not sure, can't tell. I like your mug. Who made that? Who made this beautiful mug? That was that one of the kids, or was that you, Amy? I think. Mary's now pointing at me things. So I've got to look at that screen now. Orange light on that one. Yeah, should I go with the orange light? You're very quiet. Very quiet. You can't be quiet anymore. See, Mario's come out of his box slowly. And now he does the weekly live. Not the weekly live. This is the weekly live. Now he does the Speedy Feet Weekly. You get to hear more of him. When he's in here, he goes into this mode where he pretends he can't speak. So he's like he's in a library or something. So I'm like, Mario, what do you think of this? And he's like, he's just there though. He's just there controlling. He's got a control panel and he's switching from camera to stuff like that. That's what he's doing. I think this was either my kids or my wife that made that for me. Mario, can you give Ian some YouTube training, please? Asked Rob Hitch. The sad news is here, Mario has been given the training. This is the state we're in right now. Still doesn't say anything. It's brilliant. So I can say what I want about him. He's not going to say anything. And he's here. He's here. Real talk. Thank you very much. He's just donated. He said, thank you for your honesty and transparency as a seller. You add trust to EUC enthusiast community. All hail Ian. Maybe not all hail Ian, but thank you very much for your comments regarding transparency. And what he's talking about there, if you don't know, is the last... we need to get some different headphones, I think, because it's really uncomfortable a minute. These I bought. They're actually peeling apart. I must have had these as a small child. We found them and plugged them in. So we did a video on the Monster Pro, which I've still got. It is for sale. It's got 500 quid off it. Yeah, basically, first come, first serve on that one. Not something that was brilliant. Go and watch the video. Not going to run through the whole thing again, but very rare, very, very rare that I ever burn a wheel. Not literally, but to do it down, because I love all wheels. I love riding electric unicycles. I think it's absolutely amazing. So I'm always very cautious. We got Robert 9-watt P Z10 and MSX with a total of 10,000 kilometers on it. Ivan's in the house. Ivan is the one that made me a t-shirt. You would have seen it in episode 2, Speedy Feet Weekly, or 1. Looking at Mario, no comment, silence, don't know. It's in one of the one. It's in the beta version we did of Speedy Feet Weekly. I show you that t-shirt. In fact, I'm wearing that t-shirt, and it was a lifesaver because it was freezing cold that day. So I managed to shove another t-shirt on the top because I broke my coat. David says, Sherman looks amazing. Ivan says, hi everyone, V5F, 300 miles, King Song. Oh, we got a phone call coming in. Let's have a little look. Hello? What's that?
I just thought I'd ring and say, what a lovely mug.
What a lovely mug. What, me?
Yeah, you. Very handsome face and a lovely mug.
Thank you. I've got to go though because I'm in the middle of a live feed.
Oh, you're live, are you?
Yeah.
I didn't realise.
No, you wouldn't realise, would you?
No.
Right.
Bye, everyone.
Yeah, see you then. Ta-da then. Have a nice day.
Bye.
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 Don't ring again. Bye. Right, so, where was I? Ivan said he got 300 miles on his King Song. 18L 2,500 miles. King Song 16X 750 miles. Gotway MSX 2350 miles. Veteran Sherman 205 miles. Ivan, you've got a lot of wheels. You have got a lot of wheels. Higher Tesla V2, and he's done 200 miles on it. That was Greg Fowler. Do you think it will sell after your review? David Ben asks, and that's in relation to the Gotway Monster Pro. Possibly. Some people can beg to differ, as they say, with reviews. So possibly, if anybody wants one, they're crazy enough to go and get one. They could fit my criteria, which is 7 foot and about 20 stone. Then they might as well have it. To be fair, if you pick up some side pads to go on it, bigger foot plates, a mud guard, don't mind the weight, and it's a torque, etc., it's speed for braking especially, then yeah, you're gonna make it better than it is in that video, but it comes like it is. So yeah. I must be crazy. I'm 60 and have 7 wheels. That is not a sign of madness. Not at all, Mark. That is a sign of being you're very high intellectual. So our intellect is rated by the number of wheels we have either owned or currently owned. So if you have to keep selling a wheel each time, you're basically a peasant, but highly intelligent. If you can get to keep all your wheels, then you're very wealthy and highly intelligent. But we're all on the same platform. So the more wheels you own, the better. You're not crazy at all. It's the ones that don't own a wheel or only own one. Unless they're a Speedy Feet customer, then if they only own one, they just bought one, they're amazing, they're just equally as intelligent. They get a pass, they get a little token in each box that says you can join the club. So, after you sent it me for a test. Mr. King, if you're looking for content to cover, have a look at InMotion's mess of an Indiegogo campaign for the L9. The batches shipped out in the US are a complete disaster. Now, Mr. King, I am glad you said that, because you know what? We asked them to shove some on our shipment that we had coming in, which we're still waiting for it to come in, by the way, after all the disaster of COVID and lockdowns. They're not on there, because when I double checked the invoice, only the other week, after waiting a long time for the shipment to come in, I said, where are these L9s? And they're not on there. From what you've just posted up, that's the first I've heard of it. I'm now very thankful. So you've made my day a good day, because I was quite annoyed that they weren't on there originally. There we go. M103, 150 miles, says Bill. Welcome, Bill. MSP, high torque, 1,100 miles. Sherman, 400 miles. V11, 400 miles. And you can see Bill is in the highly intelligent club because he owns more than one wheel. Ross Kellen says, my £50 offer is still open. So Ross Kellen has offered £50 for the Monster Pro. Sad to say that I'm in the peasant, highly intelligent category. Owned a lot of wheels. I can't let that go. If I was wealthy and highly intelligent, I could do it for 50 quid. David Ben, it was a good review, honest and probably suits someone. I totally agree. David Ben, I offer £100, so he's doubled it. So we've had a 100% increase. That is pretty good. How is riding during lockdown? Well, you're allowed to get out and a roundabout, so you could class it as a form of exercise. So from that point of view, it's all right. But the weather has been atrocious, so I haven't actually been out hardly at all. I was going to ride the RS today to work. There's a disadvantage. I can't bring Bruce. If you watch Speedy Feet Weekly, you will have seen Bruce quite a few times, the dog. I can't bring him in because you have to go so slow. Despite him being a long-range running dog, which is kind of why I've got Husky in the first place, it doesn't keep up with 25, 30 miles an hour. You can't do that with a Husky, no, especially not on road, not if you want to damage him in some way. So it's just not fair. So then he has to be stay at home all day. So I voted to bring the car on the fact as well that is actually tipping down with rain. It's a horrible weather. It's been raining all day. We've got flood warnings everywhere. Yeah. So, but when I can ride it, I do. Obviously I took the Monster out, got absolutely covered in mud, cried about it, and then put it away. Wounded beekeeper. Were you wounded by your bees? Or wounded in some other way? If Gotway made a real waterproof wheel, then I'd actually buy an EUC. It's funny you should say that. On the way to work this morning, I was thinking we should do a challenge video where we get a wheel and we try and waterproof it so we can ride it underwater. Now, I have seen a video of this done somewhere. I don't know if it was set up or it was legit or what. But something where we can actually ride through, because I was thinking on the weather like this, just be great to have a shot just riding through water just up to your knees. But I'm not sure if we're going to do that or not. Gets in the motor and all sorts. You have to seal it all up real good. Oh yeah, you got that over there. I got me on the screen. That's pretty good, isn't it? Is that you putting that there, Mario? Just a thumb up or thumb down. There, just a minute ago, it's my computer screen up there. Oh, not yet. Still not there. No, I'm behind. I'm a long way behind. There we go. It's up. Yeah, so that's a little sneaky peeky of what's coming up a bit later. We're going to go over to electricpeople.org. If you haven't signed up to electricpeople.org, why not? Secondly, get over there. Get some content on there, because I'm going to go over to electricpeople.org and start talking about some posts that catch my eye as we scroll down. So if you want to add some content now live on the show, you can pop over there. If you missed our shout out to add photos, this is a new little segment we're putting in where we go through Electric People, the wall, the main wall, just post up there, put it in the unicycle category if it's a unicycle, scooter if it's a scooter. Put it in there, I'll go to the main wall, I'm going to flick through and just see some stuff. So I've noticed that there's all bits and bobs have been added today already on there. I'm going to go through and pull some of those out and talk about them. So if you put something interesting up, there it might be. Appropriate stuff related to electric unicycles. Don't strip off and take a photo of yourself and put it up there, because that wouldn't be very funny, would it? Or it could be hilarious. What do you think about with the recent issues with the catching fire issue, Ian? Right, this one, not really sure what to say about that. I know that E-Wheels had a fire issue, they lost 25%, was it? 60%, something like that, percentage of a shoe.